Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. Moon in Scorpio, Sun in Aries. I cut off all my hair because it's Aries season. And I just wanted to start afresh. New year, new me. Um, yeah, I asked two random people. Apparently, I look 25. I look 24. How old do you think I look? I used to look 16 without the beard, so I think my Saturn return has picked up a few notches. But comment down below, how old do you think I look? Uh, without any facial hair. Other than that, though, if any of you can send me some healing energy or prayers to my back just decided to go out of whack like the day before I wanted to resume workouts. I'm gonna still work out, but like my back is killing me. It's like I feel like I got an old man back. I was born with lordosis, but I think I just need to do yoga, stretch it out, because this shit is ridiculous. But other than my old soul antics, this is the 8th house chapter of a brand new cycle leading into the new moon in Aries, post full moon in Virgo. When we started 0 degree sun in Aries, we had 0 degree moon in Scorpio. Hey, and to give you context of that and what that means accordingly, has a lot to do actually with this nature of how, with that exact 0 degree king kunks transformation of your identity. Let me give you an example of how that works for me. I'm starting the 33-day ritual today. I'm starting my semen retention again. I wanted to start with the 1 degree, okay? And I'm not really, there's just certain habits I'm shedding. I'm taking my tolerance break, smoking, right? So I'm literally shedding aspects of myself. You're literally watching a transformation of my identity. So that by the time in 2 weeks we step into this new moon, now applying this over 2 weeks, I'm starting to cycle off with, you'll already start to see results of this. So hold me accountable all you want. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get it in. And shout out to those of you who've been supporting and showing love. This new year is a little different because Jupiter is in Pisces. So if you think about, the first thing I want you to do is to think about where you were this time 12 years ago. 12 years ago, it was 2010. Okay. And then I also want you to think about next year, because next year Jupiter will be in Aries. So Jupiter in Pisces as Aries season versus Aries season with Jupiter and Aries are two different things. One is preparation, the other is you're on the race. Like by the time we step into Aries season with Jupiter and Aries, new cycle, we're moving forward. This is a sneak peek coming into May of a new cycle. So if you think 12 years ago, personally, I had just moved to El Paso 2010, the Christmas of 2009. This was the year I finished my freshman year of college in the University of Maryland. Shout out to College Park. I did the summer school there, and then the Christmas of 2009, I moved to El Paso, and by 2010, I'm in UTEP. I had no idea that I was gonna become the peace dealer. I didn't know. Like I didn't realize that at that stage, I was at one of the most crucial, life-changing periods of my entire life. The double Pisces sun moon that I'm gonna go visit his wedding on my birthday, I met that year, 12 years ago, when Jupiter was in my 11th house of friends. So where's Pisces in your chart? Because this is going to revisit not only a conclusion of this cycle, where Aries season is the final transition into the beginning of the end of the world 2023. But this is literally concluding on 12 years of what's led you to here. And just like personally for me, 12 years ago, I didn't know that I was going to become a fairly popular and recognized cosmic counselor through astrology. You may not realize that you are on the verge right now of stepping into a brand new cycle. You're being drawn into new experiences and people who you're connecting with that you won't know will be such a pivotal, influential facet of your life moving forward. And so, relative to this transition with Jupiter coming back around its 12-year cycle in net Pisces, but with Neptune, which wasn't here since 248 years ago with Jupiter, this is having you 12th house to the Aries sun transcend and make obsolete old understandings of yourself. For example, I, during that year, had become a, I'm not going to say Bible thumper, but I took a very serious approach towards Christianity and to be a theologian. I didn't know I was going to become an astrologer. As I was a theologian, like, I was taught this is of the devil. So it's the last thing I thought that I would ever be doing. And before you know it, I'm watching Astrolata and KRS astrology on YouTube. So like, be on the, like, just be mindful that you are beginning the process of transcending and letting go and making obsolete aspects of your identity as you take action to transform certain habits and be receptive into the pure wisdom, Moon in Scorpio, of your social environment around you and how that influences your transformation. Aries is I am, baby. So who are you stepping into this new year as? And the essence and energy, like I spent last night listening to There Is No Competition 2 by Fabulous, because that's how I wanted to bring in the motherfucking new year. Hosted by DJ Drama. Listen to that if you want to feel of, there's no competition. We killing everything. We killing all the competition. It's done. MFers are dead. Like, it's a wrap. And so many of you are stepping into the fullness of how you've leveled up ever since 12 years ago, that it's going to really start taking practical application as soon as we step into the promised land of Taurus. So that being said, embrace this evolution you're stepping into. The moon that's going to trine Neptune and also Jupiter is going to align you purely in the most intuitive fashion. I know you see that blood clot, to really understand how much more to transform into this higher belief of what's happening in your life. And this is where, coming into the moon in Sagittarius, you're going to come into the highest perspective of how to see who you're becoming and what actions are defining this character. So a lot to look forward to. The opposition of Uranus and Taurus to the moon in Scorpio is going to download unconventional practical applications to correlating this pure energy naturally through your physiology and your body's 5 senses. So if you start to just hear weird or paranormal essences, they're ghosts and spirit guides talking shit. So just talk shit back and you're going to look crazy as fuck. But everyone's crazy. You're either admit it or you're playing denial, like these idiots who think they're cool, carrying on trends and fashions in a world that's ending because you're just literally that dumb. Not you watching. If you're watching me, you're smart. I'm not patronizing you, I promise. This is very, 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 very important though, because before you start to see the effects of the change of Moon in Virgo, you're in the core process of killing off and ending aspects of yourself that no longer align with who you are right now. And so that square to Saturn is going to test eccentrically how real and authentic you maintain your identity in the face of this too cool for school attitude. Because some people love to be themselves until they're around people they want to impress, and then they start to act fake. And are you going to act fake, or are you just going to be uncompromising yourself? Which there is a consequence. The reason why some people act fake is because they don't want to look crazy. You're going to look crazy. Okay, so you just gotta have to make a decision. Are you gonna look crazy, pioneering eccentric expressions of yourself that aren't mainstream yet? Or are you gonna hold back because you want to impress someone who doesn't even know you and may inadvertently now think that this fake persona is the real you? Not a good look. Not a good look. So just do you. Like, that's the whole message of Aries. The reason why Capricorn squares Aries is if you do you have to have responsibility for what you do because you share this space with everyone else, with all of us. Some of y'all want to take over the world. If you take over, what you gonna do with us? You know what I'm saying? So like, this is where you take accountability and you balance. This is why Aries is opposite Libra. You have to make agreements with other people of how you share space. All right. And then Cancer squares Aries because you have to feel at home and comfortable to stretch out who you truly are. And this is where this is the road to Chiron this week, that coming into the quarter square in Capricorn will completely awaken and transform old feelings around how much more dynamically of a badass you are right now and are becoming. So embrace this transformation, embrace the vulnerabilities that come with shedding old aspects of yourself. Let the moon in its fall humble your ego, because some of us need our egos humbled. Every one of us, really, even those who have humbled egos. It's a daily thing. It's not just like a one day thing, just like you sharpen your sword daily, just like you stay in shape daily. And the last thing I have to say about this is very important. If we take as a collective the resistance towards just accepting supernatural phenomena because we dick ride and chin wag these fake scientists who are paid by interest groups to proliferate theorems and ideas that aren't based in reality but just inconclusive evidence, which is cool, but not cool to the point that it denies your spiritual existence and makes you feel with materialist reductionist philosophy that you're just a material being, which is bullshit. Okay? This is fundamentally lifting you out of old scientific theorems and models that have misled humanity for ages, all for the sake of being normal, which is an illusion. There's no such thing as normal because something can only be normal compared to a perspective of normal. So don't play yourself. Really play with how you're stretching out extra dimensional facets of your being, interacting with extra dimensional facets of other people and other extra dimensional beings. Being in reality, whatever reality even fucking is. So this is going to begin with this new year. If you think 3 years ago on this day, the apocalypse started. That's no cap. That's not postulation. That's a fact. Anyone who understands cycles will understand that this was 248, 30 years, 12 years with Jupiter, and 2 years in the making. All those cycles came together 3 years ago, and this is the third year since the pestilence phase of the apocalypse has kicked off, and now war is starting to warm up, baby. So, there's no more fucking around. Like the beta test was 2020, 2021. Now we real. Now we really in it. Now we really in it. Okay, and so it's the newer generation of people born in the late 80s, 90s who are going to synthesize a lot of this more metaphysical, abstract understanding, making your existence effortlessly revolutionary because you hold a piece of the puzzle. And I've said that a lot of times, but now that Mars and Venus are connecting with Saturn and we're in Aries season, your identity is being influenced by the team you're moving with, and it's coming together to influence the missions you're going to rock with as a part of this team, which you're either aware you're a part of, or you'll come into awareness by the time the moon is in Aquarius, or at least understanding. So the moon in Scorpio is going to have you feel into extra dimensional, supernatural, paranormal AF phenomena that will scare you. It's not going to scare you if you're about it. If you're crazy as fuck like me, this is going to be exciting as hell. If you have issues expressing your eccentricity because you give a damn about what other people think, it's going to be terrifying because you're going to feel supernatural facets of them that you can't confront them with because they're going to gaslight the shit out of you. And you're going to start to see that this is even deeper than a Truman Show or Divergent, because a lot of you are Divergents. And you're going to start to see the shady, darker facet that's not attached to people's individuality, but individuals attached to a collective conscious, whether they're aware or not, interacting with your authenticity, whether as an enemy or a friend. And enemy or friend is just basically aligned with the truth or unaligned with the truth you express. I hope you enjoy this transit. This is going to prepare exceptional transformation supernaturally before we ascend with the moon in Sag. Godspeed, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.